John Cora here, Marketing Director for McClinton Chevrolet Mitsubishi. You all know who my Uber driver is today. That's Cale Conley, driver of the 3C 410 Sprint. We're here at West Virginia Motor Speedway. He's going to take us for a little ride around the track and just point out some stuff for us. Now, as you guys know, Cale ran here back in May, finished second, led some laps, and he's going to show us like the preferred line and everything.
Yeah, so obviously right now the track surface and condition is a little drier than what you would ever race on. It's been sitting here waiting for its next event to take place, so it's got some water grooves in it and things, and that's probably why we're looking a little chattery here, because the track is a little chattery. But you know, we would never race like this. So when it's prepped and everything, what's cool about a dirt track is you really chase the moisture. And when I say that, I mean they water the track and prep it to where it's a pretty tacky surface, and it's a lot of grip built into the dirt, almost like some of that white tacky stuff you would hang posters up with, and that's really what the surface feels like. So as the race cars drive on it, it gets drier and drier, and in the dirt you chase that moisture on up the track closer to the wall, and that will eventually you'll run out of room because there's a wall there, so you'll chase it back down and try to, you know, find the moisture right down here by the guardrail, and then it creates a really wide racing surface all the way up to the wall. So you'll have multiple grooves, and that's what makes a dirt racing pretty different than asphalt racing, where it might be one groove. I mean, you know, a lot of people like watching the dirt cars run right up next to the wall, and that's what they're doing. What the driver's doing is trying to find that moisture. It's pretty cool, and especially when it builds up a cushion, you might see them bang right off the wall and, you know, keep going. And that's what makes this style racing a little different than what you would see on Sundays watching NASCAR.
So, Cale, what's your preferred line? Do you like to go low, or do you like to go high, or is it situational? Yeah,
it's situational. It's really what the track is offering. You know, if you trying to run up here in the rough stuff. So, you know, from the last race, you can see right there was where the guys chased that moisture up to that point, and it created a cushion where they kept pushing that moist dirt up, and eventually build up and quit moving up the track, and it built a ledge there, which people call the cushion. You can run right up against it, but you don't want to hit it too hard. You know, obviously what we just did, run over it, upset the truck a little bit. Imagine what it'll do to a race car at 140 miles an hour.
Oh yeah. So
you got to have pinpoint accuracy at those speeds when the track builds up a ledge like that.
Now, normally you drive your 410 Sprint around here. Today we're in Dusty the Pace truck. It's a Chevrolet Trail Boss. You can drive exactly what Cale is driving today at McClinton Chevrolet. Obviously, it's going to feel a little bit different on race day too, with all these bumps and everything. But
yeah.
So you mentioned last time that you ran here that you finished second because of lap traffic. How hard is it to negotiate lap traffic here?
Well, so you look, we're going down the straightaway here. It looks like the track just narrows in. So you're coming up on somebody slower. You can go high, you can go low. You got to anticipate where they're going. You know, if I enter down here and this guy starts coming up, I aggressively have to make an adjustment, and without losing any speed, pick a new line, find the moisture, and move on. Because if I get held up one least little bit, the guy behind me, he's gonna take advantage of that and move on by. So it's picking your place in anticipation. You got to kind of know, or hope you know, where that guy's going before he gets there, so you can, you know, move around accordingly to what he's going to do. Oh yeah. So we're going like about 40 right now. How fast will you be going here on August 6th and 7th? You know, I don't know what they clocked us at, but it's got to be, I forget what our average speed was. You know, my guess is north of 140 miles an hour, probably pretty easy. I could be off. I mean, we might be closer to 150, 155. You know, this track's big enough, we could easily run 60 and feel like we're just cruising. So, I mean,
that's for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Plenty of room here to, you know, if I get in a little hot.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, it's just, we got all the room to the wall, so you can. I don't want to make Dusty mad here, but there's plenty more room to go if we wanted to. Well, we kick up a little dust for the workers.
Well, it's a great place to do that.
Yeah.
Tell us again why some of your competitors should come out here. I mean, obviously a fun track, a fast track. And is there anyone else that you want to beat come August 6th and 7th?
Well, you know, as a competitor, what the competitor might look at is the width of the racetrack, and it might look narrow from an aerial view or whatever, but really this is one of the wider surfaces I've ever seen. So, you know, we're running the bottom of the racetrack right now, and there's, I don't know how many feet out to the wall, but a ton of room. You know, it looks like a hairpin from an aerial view.
Yeah.
You come out here, and these corners are some of the most wide sweeping corners that we see. So it's multi-groove, flat on the bottom, progressively banked up through the middle to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of racing room, plenty of room to respect each other, because these speeds are pretty high. So it checks all the boxes as far as a driver wants to see. I think that's why you would want to come race here.
Oh, yeah.
And number one is the payout, $20,000 to win. That's why you come. You come to get that big money. You come to hold that check at the end of the night.
Now, Cale, you won the Lou Blaney Memorial last year. That obviously has a big place in your heart, close to your heart with, you know, your family and everything. What did it mean to win that race?
Well, it was very cool. My wife was there, and you know, her grandpa is Lou Blaney. So the couple cool things that happened that evening was the year before, her Uncle Dale, I believe, won it, and the year before that, her dad won it. And I could have those flip-flopped, but just the fact that it stayed in the family, and I'm not blood related. I'm married in through Emma, my wife, who is a granddaughter of Lou. But after Dale won it, you know, I went up and congratulated him, and this was the year before, and he said, you know, now it's your turn. And then, you know, the year later, we were fortunate enough to get the win. And you know, little things like that are what's pretty cool about that is you know, now I can tell my children, Louie and Bodie, whose great grandfather would be Lou Blaney, and that's the race that is his memorial race, that, you know, we won that, and that's cool. And to have Louie there that night, you know, it was a late night because they got some rain earlier in the day, and it pushed the racing schedule back a little bit, but to see that he had made Victory Lane in his pajamas and everything, it was so cool. It was awesome. That was my first All-Star win, and to do it at the Lou Blaney Memorial was pretty awesome.
Oh, for sure. Was it awkward beating your father-in-law?
No, that's the goal. That's the goal.
So we're here in you know, Dusty. He's got a 10-year million-mile warranty. So his powertrain's covered for a long time. Do you know how many laps around West Virginia Motor Speedway it would take to equal 1 million miles?
I'm going to say 2 million miles.
Close.
2 million laps.
It's 1,600,000 miles.
100, okay.
Have you seen a cooler pace truck? I mean, you've been around racing for a long time.
No, I've not. This is, well, just to be driving, it's pretty cool. I mean, you know, the pace truck's it's never in last. It's always in first. It's always leading the pack. So I'm liking this. I'm liking this feel. I'm honored to be driving it, and I'm telling you, I think old Dusty was asking for a little more when we were up to speed there. I think she had the itch. She wanted to see what she could do.
I will say, I'm surprised he handled the track so well. I mean, come August 6th and 7th, I'm going to see what he can really do on this track, I think.
Yeah, no, it's impressive. I think it's, like I said, the track's really not in condition to be raced on, but it's nothing for Dusty.
Oh, yeah, of course not. He's a trail boss. He's made for going off-road.
Yeah.
All right, well, Cale, thank you so much for taking me around the track here a few times. Once again, where can everyone find you online if they want to follow you?
Yeah, they can find me at Cale Conley. I got to chatting and sped up and got the camera vibrating again. I'm sorry about that.
You're fine.
Yeah, at Cale Conley, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I haven't switched over to the TikTok side yet.
You got to.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would know what to do, but yeah, you can follow along. We post our results, upcoming races, schedule, and a lot of pictures of my family and things like that we post outside of the racetrack. Everyday life stuff. So be sure to follow along. Would love to take you on my life's adventure and also share my racing results with you, and hopefully they're all good.
Oh, definitely. And you can follow Dusty on Instagram. He's at Dusty the Pacetrack. Come to McClintonChevy.com for all your vehicle needs, and give us a call, 304-422-6501.